What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? My name is Sean K of HeliDirect. Listen, I've got a surprise for you. Maybe not a surprise because the kit has been out. However, we did not carry it. Now we are carrying it. So, without further ado, I want you to check this kit out. Bam! The Tron 5.8. I'm gonna get inside this kit, find out what it's all about from top to bottom. Sick. Someone opened my boxes. Who did this? Who did this? I'm a sucker for having your name on your own stuff. I like HeliDirect stickers. I like, paraphernalia like that. I love our build mats with our products on it. I'm down with this. All right, so we have our traditional upper frames. All right, this is some kind of channel. Maybe it goes in between the frames, something like that. Boom, white landing gear. I'll always love white landing gear. That's hot. That's like trying to open a bag of chips when everyone's asleep. Oh boy, okay. I love the matte finish. I love the lines on that. I love the accents, where they put the accents. Beautiful. I like that the whole bottom side is yellow. Okay, I'm gonna have to check those out. Looks like some pink or yellow accents. I don't know, we'll figure this out. They go somewhere. All right, we got some lower frames. Here's the goodie box, huh? Look at this huge main gear. Got our bolts in there, we got our landing gear, struts. We've got our battery straps, nice. Blade holder, cool, we're gonna need that. Oh, little baby wrench. Okay, so the actual tail's all put together. All right, well listen, don't trust this. If you see something fully assembled in a bag, take it apart anyway. All right, we got the tail section in there built. Got some balls. I think these are canopy standoffs, some standoffs. Okay, all right. All right, fins. Oh, those are the stickers are for the fins. All right, main mast, okay. Head is already assembled. Okay, I think these are servo mounts. Okay, a bearing block, all right. So you guys gonna give me a box with nothing in it. That's how you doing it? Go give me a box with nothing in it? That's how we rolling? Cool. Nice. So we have all the parts here and the sick canopy, and I think we are ready to build. The starting of this kit is a little bit unusual, only because no one ever starts with the fins first. When I say the fins, I mean the stickers on the fins. This method is kind of cool. It's different. I've never seen it before. So you'll be able to move it around on the surface and position it so when it dries, it's perfect. First thing you're gonna need is a little water. I'm just gonna pour a little water in here. So what you wanna do is lay that in there, get that nice and, see how it just curls up? I don't know if you saw that, but as soon as I put it in, it just said, oh, water. So we're gonna take this out. We're gonna rub a little bit of the gooey goodness on here. And what you want to do is once you get it on there, you move it around, it's able to be positioned, just pat dry it. Take this one, put it in the water, let it get all watery. I'm not exactly clear of how long you should leave it in the water, but so to get them off the actual little paper, you just want to get the little, just a little piece of the yellow part or the pink part, which is the overlay of the actual sticker. Get a little piece of it and then it should just drag right off of there. Then it gives you time to position this on here so you're not feeling like a time bomb is about to go off and you've got to get it done in a certain amount of time or everyone dies. So when you're done, your left bottom frame will look like this, and then your right will look like this, and your fin will look like this. There you go. All right, we are here on step number 2. Know this about every step that I go through. Know that every metal part has been cleaned with brake cleaner. All screws have been thoroughly submerged in alcohol and cleaned. All the bearings have been cleaned. Everything has been cleaned. All right, now it is time to build the head. I'd like to put a little grease just going in off the rip. It doesn't say put grease right here. We'll put a little bit on these dampers. You can run your thrust bearing balls outside or inside. I typically run mine inside. However, the instructions are saying run the ball outside, the cup outside. So you want to have your looser bearing here, your looser washer here, there, and then you want your inner diameter, your tighter washer on top. And you'll feel it. It'll be kind of sticky a little bit, but that's the orientation you want to have your thrust bearing in. You also want to make sure that when you are putting these thrust bearings together, you are very liberal with your grease. All right, so there we have it. We have the head done. Well, most of the head done. Do not over tighten this screw here, because if you clamp the swash plate too much, it'll inhibit that bearing from flowing around in there nice and freely. So make sure you just tighten it just enough, and you can test it. If you go a little bit too much, you'll feel it get a little tight. Just back off just a little bit until you know it's snug, but at the same time letting this thing be free. Looking like a head now. We got the swash plate on, we got the head on, we got the links on. It's starting to look all sexy and stuff. All right. All right, we are back, we are back. We are starting on the tail. All right, we got the tail done. Coming together nicely. Everything's nice and smooth. Beautiful. We are back. We are on to the next section. Well, not the next section. It still qualifies as a tail, but we're doing the tail boom now. Put the push rod in the push rod mounting tool hole, and you want to just guide it in. There it is. All right, so we have the nut lined up, and we want to take our flathead screw. You want to slip your black collar on there. So you want to guide that in like so. All righty, we're going to do the same thing for the other side. You place the nut in there, you slide it all the way in. So once you see it, you line it up, and then you gently pull it out, okay? And then you go from the other side, you switch it around. So it's this way. Once you tighten it up, you should be able to gently pull it out. So don't slam it in there, because you'll have trouble getting it out. Just put it in there gently, but not to where it'll fall out. You'll figure it out. Tighten it down, get it locked in nice and smooth, pull it out smoothly. So we now have this done. Now on to the push rod. The instructions don't say to use sandpaper, but typically if I'm gonna use some epoxy on carbon, I'll roughen that up a bit. We've epoxied our push rod ends on, or threaded rod on the end on both sides. Epoxy's in there, and we're gonna let that sit. And we also have our push rod guide installed in the bottom of the boom. On to the next step. All right, we are continuing on with the tail section. All right, we are done with the tail officially. All right, we are back. We are continuing. We're going to start on the battery tray, and then we're going to move on to the upper frame assembly, the radio mounting tray, the flybar unit mounting tray, the carbon ESC tray, and then we're going to start slamming that stuff all into the frames and stuff. We have the ESC tray, flybar unit tray. We've got the battery tray here. We got like 1,000 trays. It's just tray heaven. It's trays. Just a whole bunch of trays. Just joking. On to the next step. What's up? Here we are. On to the next section. We're gonna dump all this stuff into the frames. Let's go. All right, so we have the frames together. They're not tightened down yet, but we got the servos in. We had the cyclic servos in, and we've got the rudder servo, and we've got everything bolted in, but not actually locked down. The next step will be the bottom frames. We'll get to that now. If you come across one of the spacers that don't fit in the hole, it's a little tough, you're trying to push it through, don't force it. Just get a file or something and go around the outer edges. Awesome, so now we've got the upper and the lower frames connected together. However, as I told you before, I never tighten down everything in this process because you want to make sure these frames are true and straight and everything's level. And as you can see, if you can hear that, I just left everything loose. It's threaded in, but not locked down. So usually at this point in the assembly, I'll put it on a piece of glass, hold it down, make sure everything's straight and true, and tighten down each side spider formation. Here, 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 until we have a straight frame sitting on glass. That's what I'm gonna do right now. What I recommend is sliding in the main shaft through all 3 bearing blocks. Remember, this one is set last to make sure you can take away all the movement in the main gear assembly. So just put it in there. It seems to be going through pretty smooth, so that's a good sign that we're headed in the right direction. So we've got our frames together, got the motor in, servos in, frame almost to the landing gear, almost there, but it's looking like a chopper. All right, we're back. We're gonna put on the landing gear, and then we're gonna install the main gear and pretty much get it ready to go. Install the boom, put the head on, get everything locked down, and then that'll be the last step. I'll do my radio setup after off camera. It's pretty boring, of course. Main gear in, bearing block locked down. We've got the shaft going through, everything was still smooth. We've tightened up the collar here on the top, the two-piece collar. We made sure there's no play on that main gear at all. We routed the belt through on the belt drive down here. We pulled the boom back just a little bit. Haven't locked it down, so I'm gonna use that for radio setup. Motors in. I'm gonna throw the ESC on here and throw the links on. I'll just make that part of the setup. The only thing I haven't put on yet is the actual radius guide. I'm gonna do that now, but I wanna make sure all the radio is set up first. So next time you see it, it should be ready to fly. So here's the maiden flight. Just charged the battery. Sorry guys, I don't have a cameraman here. I am here by myself. There is no other humans on this property but me. So I guess the tripod will have to do. A few seconds we'll be calibrating the ESC, and then I'll try to get a hover and some flight in. I'll try to readjust it so you guys can see it, but if I don't, please stay. If I don't stay in the frame, please forgive me. Coast is clear. All right. Tell you what, this canopy and the lines and the colors has one of the meanest profiles out. The canopy is just nice, very smooth. All right, I'm gonna kick it up and idle up too. Oh my God. Okay, so I went with a 40-30 instead of a 40-20. Vincent from Egodrift said it would toss this thing around like a wet paper towel. Oh my God, the power's insane. And I haven't even flown it yet. Okay. All right. Oh yeah. Oh, it pulls, it pulls, it pulls, it pulls. It pulls. Okay. All right. I love the sound on it. Yes. This thing flies light. I was kind of concerned when I was building it, because it is a high parts count kit. I was a little concerned that it would fly heavy, but not with this motor and not with these blades. I have some 610s coming. I want to try those. And next I want to put on the Azure and see how they feel. So far, so good. Feels good. Nice and steady. Yeah, the The punch out is insane, really. See hang time. A little hang time, a little hang time.